Oh well, with delight now, it's a pleasure to get one of my previous guests on my show. We have the one and only Rachael Sage. Rachel, welcome to my show. You need no introduction, really.
Aw, hello. Thanks for having me back. You're always so supportive. I appreciate it.
Since we last met you, I saw you performing in Leamington Spa. You were doing a tour of your new album, which I've got
Yes.
in my hand here. It's a beautiful album, and
Oh, thank you. Another side. Yes.
you were
Well, the other side, that's the one you have.
yes,
Yeah, we'll be talking about the acoustic one in a few minutes.
brilliant. So you were touring last year, and what have you been up to since then?
Well, I have recorded a completely new, reimagined album based on the other side, and it's actually coming out in May, but we have the first single out in March. So on my upcoming tour of the UK, I'll be performing all those songs with my fabulous fiddle player, Kelly.
Brilliant. And your new track, lead track, is called The Deepest Dark. And
That's right.
yeah, does this take you into like new territory, or are you still keeping the Rachael Sage sound?
It's probably the opposite. I'm hearkening back to my roots because I wrote this song as a young girl. I
Mm.
think I was 14. And, it's exciting when you can come at an old song fresh and give it kind of the treatment that you only dreamed of in those days. So I didn't have a band as a kid. And to be able to bring that song to my band, The Sequins, and have violin and cello, drums, guitar, all of the bells and whistles is exciting. But moreover, I didn't really know what the song meant as a kid. It just came out sort of subconsciously. And now I think it's very much about friendship and about connecting across seemingly, insurmountable distance.
Mm.
So,
Your music's amazing. I had your CD on the other day, and it's so relaxing, kind of therapeutic in areas. Put your record on, and
thank you.
and it's very calming to say the least.
Well, I certainly am not aiming to incite any riots, so that's good news.
We don't want that though, do
Not
we?
not with this record. Maybe the next one.
Cool. And it's got positive reviews as well from like the local media, and then even one of your counterparts, Howard Jones, who you've worked with as well.
Yes, it was actually Howard's birthday this week. So I hope he had a wonderful birthday. I love you, Howard. And he's been out touring up a storm. So I think this time we won't connect probably, but I love seeing him when I can. And everybody should check out his new
Yeah.
record too.
Oh, that's good. That's what it's about, helping each other out and putting a word.
Well, he doesn't need my help, but I am a lifelong loyal fan.
Ah,
So
bless you. And the deepest art, going back to that, you've done a music video with this. The music video, I'm
yes.
just looking at a picture of it, kind of gothic in areas, would you say? The art.
Yes, well, it was recorded in a beautiful chapel in Greenwich, England, and a wonderful up and coming director named Lee Malone,
Mm.
who's also a fabulous photographer for the magazine Flaunt. I love his work so much. I'd seen him do some videos with Niall McNamee, who
Mm.
I met on the Imelda May tour. So I just connected all those dots, and we tried to find a location that felt like it could have some ghosts in it and be sort of crossing through time and
Mm.
space, connecting friends and ancestors, I guess.
Very good, very good. And you are doing a US tour on your side, and you're also coming over
I
here as
am.
well. You got some new venues as well. I know you like to try different venues as well. Um,
I do. I go where the love is, as I say.
and you got some nice venues. You are coming to my neck of the woods in Stourbridge. We are in Stourbridge. We are famous for our glass making, believe it or not.
Right. You're like the Venice of England.
Yeah, that's it. And then you've got Bath as
Um,
well, some beautiful places. As I said, only
oh,
for you,
I
you've done Leamington Spa, those intimate venues. Do you like playing them venues? You feel like the
it's
audience are just on by
it's all
you.
about the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if the people are in a good mood to embrace music and have a good time
Mm.
and connect with me, I'm all about it. And it doesn't really matter if it's 50 people
Mm.
or 5,000 people. I'm going to put on the best show I
Yeah.
possibly can. But there is something very special about an intimate, connection with an audience. And so I'm really looking
Mm.
forward to that, at least on most of these
Yeah.
shows.
Wonderful. And who are your like British artists who have inspired you over the years, like British artists?
Well, I'm a neo-retro kind of gal. So obviously the Beatles were
Mm.
my number one influence. You can probably hear them in my writing. Elvis Costello is my absolute favorite recording artist. I love everything he's done pretty much. And I love that he's such a chameleon and you absolutely never know what he's going to do. The other artists I love, Irish and English, Hosier, Passenger. I love Ellis Bailey too. I think she's great. We connected in Nashville not too long ago, and I know she's kind of blowing up in England. So I love your Americana scene there. I think it's great. So
So
Black Deer Fest.
it's amazing. Americana seems to be really breaking through. Americana's always been there, hasn't it? But commercially,
guess,
Americana's good to see it, shaping things up the charts at the moment.
Well, it's about the songs, and that the songs and the lyrics, and I'm always going to be excited about any sort of resurgence of the singer-songwriter thing. And I love mainstream pop too. It's not really what I do, but I appreciate the craft of it. And every once in a while, I hint at something like that in a chorus of one of my songs.
That's great. And anything you may like to add to the interview, like to your followers and the people who listen to your music? Would you like to say any words to them?
Of course. Well, I just can't wait to get back to my home away from home, which is what I fondly call the UK. And some of these cities I'm going to be visiting: Guildford, London, Bath, Cambridge, as you mentioned, Stourbridge, Leicester, on and on. Everybody can catch up with new dates that are being added at my website, rachelsage.com. And I will say, I'll give a special discount to my merch if you show up in sequins.
And that's what I like about when I met you at your show as well. You make an effort to, chat to the fans, have a photograph as well.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about communication and connecting.
Like making the night memorable and cherishing memories.
Well, I don't know who said it first, but there is a saying that people won't remember what you say, what you do, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And it works both ways. Your audiences are incredibly generous with me, and I always hold that precious. So looking forward to it.
You're a wonderful lady, Rachel. One question I was going to ask you. I know when you look at your work, it's very impressive. Is there anything else on your bucket list that you want to achieve, or any place in the world you want to visit?
Well, I'm not ready to write my bucket list yet, but I've always wanted to go to Australia, New Zealand. I'm eager to get back to Europe, Germany and Italy. These are all things that we're always kind of keeping our tentacles out for, but some of it can be influenced by my audience. So if there are folks out there listening who'd like to have me come hear them and come play for them in a certain place, a certain venue or a festival, please just let me know. I'm very accessible. I'm on all the social platforms. So I love that dialogue.
Yeah, that's amazing. Sometimes we just don't know where fate leads us. Sometimes it just happens, doesn't it? Without us doing anything. That's
you
life.
Never know.
Brilliant.
And I do have a very exciting announcement coming up in just a few days about an artist I will be touring with. So, everybody kind of stay tuned. I can't talk about it yet, but
great. Well, Rachel, thanks very much. I think that's everything I wanted to ask you on today's show. But I hope to catch you on one of your shows soon. It's probably going to be Stourbridge, if I'm going to be honest.
I hope so too.
And you put on a great show.
That would be fabulous.
Great, Rachel. Pleasure. And we'll get this interview and your record out now. I'd like to introduce it on. My name's Danson and the Danson Radio Show.
Fabulous. All right. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.